Hello everybody, sorry I've been gone for a little bit. I was in a car with somebody that got in a car accident, but I'm okay. So anyways, the things that I needed was a blonde wig, water, the Tulip tie-dye, and alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol, like that rubbing alcohol. And here is the Tulip brand tie-dye kit that I purchased, I think at Joann's Fabric, got it half off. Anyway, so I added water to this dye and put it on the blonde part of the wig and just saturated it really good. After I get the dye all over it, I went and hung it up outside for a while and let it drip, and then just let it lay on there out in the heat and just kept flipping it until it was nice and dry. But I wanted it to be out in the heat. So after it dried, I went ahead and brushed it out, and it was nice and smooth and brushed out nicely. But the problem is all that dried flake hair dye came flaking off all over the place. So I decided to rinse it off and see how much of that dye was coming off, and a lot came off. The first time it didn't hold a lot. Yeah, make sure you wear gloves because this stuff stains bad. Now, after I got it all rinsed out, a lot of dye came out, but it was a nice light minty green color. But the only problem is that there were some spots, like in the front bangs and in the back, that didn't take the color very well. But, you know, it was a pretty color. After I let it dry, it was a really light color. It was like barely any color on it. So I decided to do another one the next day. But what I chose to do is use some isopropyl rubbing alcohol and mix it with another bottle of the same color that I used. So, but when I mixed it up and shook it up and went to apply it, it was this weird green color. It didn't look good. So, my second try with the rubbing alcohol didn't turn it any blue or any darker. So, I decided I wanted to try a third bottle because I had 3 of them. And I did the third one. I added water and then reapplied it and then laid it out to dry again like I did before. And the next day it was nice and dark and blue, and then I rinsed it out and it actually got darker. So I was happy about that. So after I rinsed it the next day, I brushed it out and here's what it looked like. I'm actually pleased with the color because the color that it is now, after I've rinsed it out the third time, it actually matches pretty close to the bottle cap on the dye that I used. I like the darker blue color better because I just like the deep colors. I think they're just more fun. But actually this was a pretty decent color. Not my favorite, but it turned out okay. I wonder if I would have just used water in all of the dye bottles and just dyed it 3 times, if it would have come out a little darker. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and thanks for watching and support my channel.